Welcome everyone. Now, what if I told you there's a dive watch with a sapphire crystal, a solid stainless steel bracelet, Seiko automatic movement, 200 meters of water resistance, and a striking mint green dial, all without destroying your wallet? Well, today we are taking a look at this underrated ratio FreeDiver sapphire stainless steel green dial automatic RTF049. And honestly, this thing punches way above its price category. Now, Ratio may not be a household name like Seiko or Citizen, but the brand has quietly built a reputation for producing robust tool watches with impressive specification for the money. Now, the Freediver lineup is clearly designed for enthusiasts who want serious dive watch capability without entering the luxury price territory. And this RTF model stands out because of one thing immediately, and that's the dial color. Honestly, that was the reason why I purchased this watch, the dial color. Now, it's somewhere between the minty green, seafoam, and tropical reef green, depending on the lighting. And under sunlight, it absolutely comes alive. Indoors, it still holds on its own as a subtle and classy watch. And it could be worn in business casual obviously, and in the dive category quite easily. So it comes in a 40 mm 316L stainless steel case, which is honestly a sweet spot for modern dive watches. Now, I wanted to show you some close ups of this watch so you can see how beautiful this watch is. And it's got this nice engraving at the back, which has the engraving of a diver, a deep sea diver that is so honest to its uh, manufacturing, the whole philosophy, and it reads Sapphire Crystal Movement, Japan, stainless steel, 200 meters, and obviously there's a serial number. Now, to take some specs, if I can, so I got about, there you go, 40 mm, and the thickness is right around 13.6. If I were to take, it's not a very heavy watch, so let's see, for a diver's watch it is weighing at 145 grams. Now I've normally seen the diver's watch to go up to 160, 165 or even above, and this one definitely wears very well. It's quite easy to wear in terms of weight, and it fits really well, at least on my wrist, which I would say is an average size. So the finishing is surprisingly good here. You get a mix of brushed and polished surfaces. I don't know if it's quite visible because of the scratches I've had over the years I've worn. The center here on the strap is the polished part. You got the brushed on the side, and then you have an mixture of this brushed and sort of polished parts all over, which is done in a very classy manner. So you find that there's the ratio logo on the crown. You got the ratio, obvious logo on the dial. The seconds hand, if you see at the end, has the ratio logo, even though if my math is correct, this used to be, or still is, I think, a pi symbol. The company decided to have this as their main logo, which is fine. And then the minutes hand has a outline of the red, and the hour hand has the outline of a silver or stainless steel, kind of an outline, and so does the on the markers. And they've held very well. I mean, they haven't rusted, they haven't gone any uh, tone of yellowish or something like that. The sapphire crystal also has held very well. The bezel is also holding pretty well in spite of the rough wear that this watch has gone under. So the black unidirectional bezel gives the watch a very strong contrast against the green dial, and bezel action is a 120 click setup, which is not flimsy, doesn't move. It's very rigid and quite, I would say, giving a feel of a very high-end luxury watch. So it's tactical, reasonably precise, and definitely usable for actual timing purposes, if one is using for diving or otherwise. So now design wise, you may notice some familiar inspirations. The overall silhouette has echoes of classic Swiss dive watch DNA, particularly in the case proportions and the integrated sporty feel, but it still maintains enough individuality with the dial color and marker layout, as I explained, to avoid the feeling like a straight homage piece. So, obviously, the dial is probably the main reason why someone would buy this watch. The applied markers are large, bold, and extremely legible. You get geometric shapes that instantly remind you that it is meant to be functional tool. Now the hands are clean, easy to read, and there's a practical date window at the 3 o'clock. The Lume is really good. I mean, I'm glad that Ratio did not cheap out there. The watch uses heavy Lume markers and hands for a watch in this category. The nighttime visibility is honestly impressive. Now, let me see if I can get you some shots on that. So let's see if I can get you some. Yeah, there you go. So it's got bright Lume that lasts fairly long. I mean, so they haven't cheaped out on the Lume, and I'm glad they did not, even for a watch that's priced at this price point. So this is exactly what you want from a diver's watch: an instant readability and low light. And that's what this watch delivers. Now inside the watch is the legendary Seiko NH35 automatic movement, which honestly is a great thing for a user, because NH35 is one of the most trusted entry level automatic movements in the watch world. It hacks, it hand winds, it's easy to service, reliable, durable, and proven. So, it for this price, the watch has the hack feature where you see this. The seconds hand has now stopped, and now I can adjust my time. And then as soon as I uh, push the crown in, the seconds hand is again moving, and its winding is pretty smooth. I mean, literally, you can compare it to a high-end luxury watch. And that's what the NH35 movement is all about. And the crown is a screw out, screw in crown that basically ensures that the watch is fully secure for any diving use or any use underwater. Now I have used the watch for swimming, not for diving, and I do not take this watch off when I'm washing my hands, and the watch has held really well. The watch claims to have a 40-hour power reserve, and in my experience it'll easily last 30 hours. I mean, above 30, I don't know. I mean, I have not experienced it, because more than often when I'm wearing this watch, I'll continuously wear it every day. If I leave it over the weekend, then obviously by the time it's Sunday afternoon, the watch is stopped. So Monday morning, if I decide to wear, I have to hand wind it before I leave for work. So this movement is used by countless micro brands because it simply works. There's no drama, no nonsense, just dependable mechanical watchmaking. Now, as far as crystal, uh, that's another win. It's a sapphire crystal, not mineral, not acrylic. And again, at this price point, it's I don't know how they have packaged it, but it's really very nice of Ratio to have created this watch with all these specs. A lot of affordable dive watches still use mineral crystal to save cost, but Ratio gives you sapphire with anti-reflective coating. And this means significantly better scratch resistance and improved clarity under light. And then there is the water resistance. We've talked about that. So this isn't just a desk diver. I mean, if you want it, the claim is it'll genuinely be capable for swimming, snorkeling, and recreational diving. So the integrated stainless steel bracelet actually surprised me. It They have solid links, solid end links, and secure deployment clasp. So it does feel sturdy, well matched to the case. Now, like many affordable steel bracelets, it may not be that buttery refinement of luxury Swiss watches, but at this price point, it's honestly hard to complain. Now, if I recall, I may have paid around $135 for this watch. Now, there are two versions, so uh, just make sure you ordering the watch that's appropriate to your liking. There is a quartz version that does come with a similar dial, and then there's automatic one. So the quartz one is a tad bit cheaper. I would say that's sub $100, and this one automatic is somewhere coming to about 130, 135, or even below. I don't know, but I purchased around $130. So honestly, I have little reason to complain. Its comfort on the wrist is good, especially thanks to manageable 40 sizing, which fits really well on my wrist. Now, the pros, obviously, you have the sapphire crystal, reliable NH35 movement, excellent lume, 200-meter resistance, beautiful, unique green dial, which is just breathtaking, honestly, and then strong value proposition. Cons, the brand recognition is still limited. I still am not sure what the brand is all about. Ratio. I mean, yes, we do have this brand, but I've never heard of it before. But I absolutely love this watch. Now, the bracelet finishing could be more refined. A lot of scratches have developed, um, and I've had other watches where they have taken a similar beating but with very little scratches. Design inspiration may feel familiar to some collectors. Now, the Ratio FreeDiver Sapphire stainless steel green dial automatic RTF 049 is one of those watches that quietly over delivers. It does. It combines proven mechanics, I would say, real dive watch capability, strong materials, and a genuinely eye catching dial into a package that feels far more expensive than it actually is. Now, if you're looking for an affordable automatic diver that stands out from usual black and blue crown, then this honestly might be one of the hidden gems in the micro brands right now. So, what do you think about the Ratio Free Diver? Would you pick this over a Seiko or a Citizen in the same price range? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more watch contents here on the Time Teller Diaries. Thank you so much once again.